Of course, G2 in the driver's seat. We go back to the blue side like game 1, and they repeat their bans from that game.
Yeah, it looks like things are going to remain the same for the side of G2. Both Galio and Tarek taken off the board. Priority is likely going to be the Jarvan once again. The question is, how will Team Liquid pivot? Will they continue to take the Rakan off the board? Will Sylas be the priority? Will Jarvan be taken away? It's difficult now for Team Liquid, and they're just going to have to go up against something or one of these strong options.
Well, it's Akali and Sylas off the table, not really willing to trade a jungler for a solo lane pick, and it will be Jarvan taken away. This looks like the exact same draft that I can remember from game 1, with Jarvan off the table, and Xmithie must find a jungler he likes. Team Liquid might change up what's in their bottom lane, and it might be more late-game team fighting with that Kaisa hover.
Bottom lane has been such a focus for this series so far. G2 have had the advantage back-to-back games down there. So DoubleLift on the Kaisa once again, very comfortable champion for him. And Sejuani for Xmithie will be the front line, does have the possibility of force hard engages.
Wow, and it looks like G2 immediately going to go for the Xayah Rakan. They actually don't care what they're going up against, because with the Galio gone, they're thinking, well, to be honest, you've got nothing that can handle us. Now, there is one option of Team Liquid going for the Morgana right now, or they would likely go for the Brawl. Alistar's actually going to be the priority.
And even a Syndra in the mid lane. I look for counters in other lanes, not just in the lane with Rakan. Something I thought was going to come through last time around is some burst damage to try and take advantage of the weaknesses of Rakan. And sometimes we will see champions like that towards the mid lane actually focus on killing him on the engages, but not so far. If we get the LeBlanc ban, actually, that actually opens up even more possibilities for Team Liquid to get that Syndra.
I actually really like this draft so far from Team Liquid. It feels like a very Team Liquid draft, already catered towards team fighting. A little bit of scaling towards the bot side of the map, but Kaisa can typically still provide a lot of value. You have this very solid front line with the Sejuani and the Alistar also acting as an engage, and now they can round their draft out with mages in the mid lane, as you were already talking about, Kobe, and they can save that for the final pick as well. So to me, it feels like Team Liquid in this game 3 are just kind of returning to comfort.
It looks like they're saying, we want to play 33-minute team fights here. They remove a team fight mage from Caps, saying, no, Azir, you can't outscale us in the mid lane. We get first dibs. I want to see if it's Syndra or Lissandra for more engage, or they index even more onto DoubleLift being all the damage output. They've already got Alistar and Sejuani as setup. We'll see what comes through. Vladimir also on the table. A lot of premier team fighters that Team Liquid love to play are on the table.
The only concern for Team Liquid is, are they overstacking on AP damage? There is a lot coming through on the side. I mean, you've got to remember, Kaisa, while being an AD carry, can still dish out a lot of it. So the question is, what direction do they go? Blind pick Lissandra with a lot of these options taken off the board. Team Liquid feeling confident in this pick.
Yeah, the Syndra coming in, knows it is good against Rakan. Kobe was talking about that one. Now G2 say, you know, Vladimir's really likely on-hit Neeko supposed to be a good matchup into that one.
Ooh.
What is it going to be? Will it be spicy? Yasuo could be very good in the Syndra. Irelia has been left up as well, and that could be an incredibly decisive champion. First, they take the Neeko. They expect the Vladimir, I think, and again, that is a good matchup at the top side.
Yeah, it could be on hit. Could even still be AP. Definitely still flexible here. We'll see what the second pick from G2 is going to be to round it out. Currently, they have a lot of speed for their engage, not a lot of tankiness, so it has to be execution-based.
Interesting that they're hovering the Pike right now. I expect the Irelia to come through, yep. I think this will go in the hands of Caps in the mid lane. I'm expecting them to utilize the high mobility and the level 6 all-in potential that Irelia does provide to not only provide more AD damage to this squad, but also to be one of the main damage dealers moving forward with the comp.
Yeah, no surprise here. A big strategy against Syndra, trying to attack the mid lane champion early and often with roams from your jungler and your support. Jarvan and Rakan will try and assist Irelia in getting kills onto that Syndra early on in the game.
Well, we know these teams pretty well. Caught a lot of these picks at the end of this draft here. This is what could be the final game of MSI 2019, and if it is, it's G2 winning 3-0 over Team Liquid. It must be a reverse sweep for it to go to North America's side. More team fight. Team Liquid going back and back to the most comfortable style of competition it could possibly be. It is team fight and late game 5-on-5. G2 have Caps on Irelia, champion he helped make his name on.
The biggest thing that TL have to be cautious of is the early game from the side of G2 eSports. even though it is harder to play towards the bot side of the map up against an Alistar, do not be surprised. Level 4 to see Mykix going back to base, roaming mid, grouping up with Jankos, and then trying to find a kill onto Jensen in the mid lane.
Exactly. I expect a lot of effort to be put towards wards around the river, and the river leading towards mid lane.
One final shot of the trophy. Only one of these teams will get the honor of hoisting it. And odds look pretty heavily that it's going to be G2 eSports from Europe, the 5-time LEC champions. Could be international champions as well. Redeeming themselves from the first few sloppy splits and then a world semifinal, beating RNG, an MSI final beating SKT, and now a chance the trophy to beat Team Liquid. That is what is ahead of them.
I'm excited to see how things pan out in this Game 3. The pressure is on Team Liquid. A lot of hopes rest on their shoulders. Let's see if they can bounce back as we jump onto the Rift.
Exactly. Team Liquid, you mentioned the championships of G2, but this team has had a similar percentage of success with 3 championship splits to their name. Since franchising, Team Liquid has only known success in the North American LCS. And now, in the finals on the international stage, this is their chance to prove that what they were built for was not in vain.
Exactly that, what they were built for. And that's the biggest thing that I'm looking for Team Liquid. We know they have the potential to battle the best. We know that they can upset world champions. Let's see if they can do it today as Rakan, that sneaky level 1 play, he's made it into this brush. Xmithie has no idea.
And you can see Xmithie taking a lot of space away from Jankos, will be knocked up, but is going to follow up CC. A flag is all it's going to land here. It will chunk him a bit low as he keeps taking a couple more auto attacks. A flash follow, actually, over the wall from Jarvan, trades those summoner spells.
Another aggressive invade here from G2. This time around, even trade, though, with junglers both burning flashes. Jensen gets a little bit of vision of the enemy team.
And actually the fact that he learned Blooming Burst at all, plus the Keystone choice for Wunder, means it is going to be AP Neeko, as you called it out, not the Witsend Ruin King rush for on-hit damage. It will be a lot of magic damage, gigantic teamfight ultimates, and Wunder can definitely counter-engage what TL tries to do.
Also see DoubleLift and CoreJJ once again not assisting their jungler, so they should be able to get priority on the lane, and they're already going to start the push off. Very valuable against the Xayah Rakan, and I do often like the Alistar into the Rakan pick, because every time the Rakan tries to go in, he's immediately going to get CC'd, and it's something you always have to show respect against, which means that this duo of Mickey and PerkZ can't be as aggressive as they would like.
Looking at a stun right now, CoreJJ can find a little bit of damage. Now the Flagger Dragon's going to find the first knock-up. Ignite is on a DoubleLift, and he has to flash away while still level 1. A good start for G2.
Here's me saying they can't look to play aggressively. Well, you know what? You can if your jungler shows up at level 2.
Level 2 Jarvan gank off of red buff here from Jankos is able to get the heal first out of DoubleLift, plus still landing the damage of the EQ there, and then also getting flash. That is 2 summoner spells once again blown on the bottom side of the map very early on.
Incredible start now. G2 eSports have found a lot of success through Jankos' early ganks. He might be seen coming through. Nice stun right there, comes out of Caps, but will not take that trade as Electric Group pops onto him. Sejuani right behind as well, so that is not a fight to be had. Now top scuttle is the battle. Level 2 on both these sides. They've both taken 2 camps. Xmithie looks to fight now.
Yeah, no smite for Xmithie, while Jankos does have his, so pretty much no chance to get that scuttle crab, and Jankos is going to hold on to the smite and just auto it down.
Takes that level 3, leeching some minion XP helps that a lot as well. Xmithie tried to find something useful to do, but sadly will lose both scuttles here. Only taking small camps so far after that red buff. Jensen spotted out, now a re-engage on the bottom side. DoubleLift still level 1, unable to dodge that kind of engage.
Mickey and PerkZ continuing to play on the offensive. Remember that they do have the summoner spell advantage. DoubleLift still only level 1, as you talked about, Phreak. This duo has really struggled throughout this series. So much focus has been put onto trying to shut down DoubleLift and CoreJJ, but now they might finally be able to find something better.
There's a flashless Jarvan, but he has EQ available to dodge out of most of these ganks here, as there is not an engage to be found on the TL side. Just the blue buff attempt stopped as they take what farm they can. You can see the 23-10 in CS down here. Bot lane is getting smashed.
Xmithie draws the blue buff into the brush here so that Jankos doesn't have vision of the health. He's sticking around though, still threatening the TL bottom side.
Ooh, DoubleLift has been left by himself. Here they go.
Level 2 looking for the engage, but CoreJJ is around. They're going to find the first knockup. Plenty of damage there. Headbutt buys a bit of space, and a 3-man pull where the first blood still does come through. G2 eSports on the board 3 games in a row first.
And once again, G2 successfully shut down DoubleLift. They are making this series impossible for him to play. And now Caps is looking to fight Jensen.
And he's got Ignite. There's plenty of damage output there. The barrier will keep Jensen safe as Caps walks away cleanly after winning trade.
Yeah, both holding onto the summoner spells. Jankos passes over a ward, so even though he comes mid lane, Jensen should know his whereabouts. Xmithie setting up the counter.
All right, trying to bait in for the play. Here comes the first stun. Here comes the engaged barrier pop, flashing away. Will there be a stun? Can there be an answer kill for Team Liquid? Forcing one flash out. Now they need the stun into Jankos. They're going to find that with all the damage, and Jensen will get on the board.
Good use of information there with the ward that Jankos passes over. Jensen calls Xmithie for the counter play, and Team Liquid gets something out of mid lane, jungler down.
And this is the best situation for Team Liquid to be in after that early deficit down bot. Try and get Jensen ahead. Turn this comfort pick of his into something that can carry the game for Team Liquid.
Attempted engage now on the bottom side. Of course, not a lot of health on PerkZ. Takes some hits, has to walk away. Doesn't find the pull back for the root, so it's an easy disengage now as Mykix will not find himself in his own engage. This game right now, only 300 separates. It is reasonably close. We can watch that mid lane gank again.
Yeah, as expected, right over the ward vision there, so then you call Xmithie, and it is going to be a flash bottom side. DoubleLift is dead.
They found the Ignite, they found the kill, and now CoreJJ must run away. There are no cooldowns just yet, but they're trying to chase him down underneath this turret. Has to flash away from that feather. This lovers duo smashing right now. It's now Wunder, just out of range of Xmithie's stun, cannot be caught out, will walk away with his flash down.
Xmithie doing what he can to try and help his laners on the top side of the map, but there's nothing he can do about the bottom side as Jankos is now looking for revenge against Xmithie.
Looking for the play. Impact does have an empower to heal. He's not going to be able to pop it, just barely puts that in, but oh, has to flash with 2 HP left on the health bar, just walking out.
Once again, Jankos is on a rampage throughout Summoner's Rift, top to bottom. Now he's still keeping up the dive onto Xmithie.
Walks forward, finds some damage, gonna flash in the smite! Oh, it's a couple of seconds bot, though. Impact's gonna stay alive. Now, will there be a repeat heal? Will there be something else as the aftershock comes in, survives the damage? Jankos at 100, puts the flag down, but will not find the follow through. It is still waves lost to the top side. Advantage again to G2.
Exactly the biggest difference here. Impact does not have teleport, so that is a ton of experience lost. Bottom side, CoreJJ goes in for the engage.
Decent initial engage by Core, but cannot find the auto attack to stun as he didn't have the time to put it down after the rampage came in. So another successful trade, and again, 49-27. G2 are outperforming this game.
So now we get to see what happened to DoubleLift. The flash knockup coming through from Mickey when DoubleLift still has no summoner spells. The burst from the lovers duo was too much for DoubleLift to handle, and he ends up getting shut down.
Mickey has honestly been insane this series for G2. G2, people expected the bottom lane to be their weakness, but they've turned it into their strength. With attention from Jankos, attention in the early game, PerkZ and Mickey have been outstanding.
Mickey is also a player that PerkZ has given so much credit towards. This guy has been one of the most consistent, one of the highly rated players in supports position in Europe, and he's brought that knowledge to G2. He's shared that knowledge with PerkZ. And while PerkZ might not be the most experienced AD carry, Mickey is definitely an experienced support.
Meanwhile, Team Liquid need to rally around Jensen in the mid lane. The Syndra with the kill, level 7, cooldown on the ultimate coming back up. This is a possible point for them to get kills. Xmithie is here.
Find a bit of damage. Cap's still not choosing to go forward there. They don't find this opening as that minion walks up. It might reveal his location. Xmithie trying to hide away.
They still don't have the cooldown on Syndra's ult back up.
They might try for the attempt right here if you can find the QE. Nice juke by Cath, but will be hit a little bit. Nice double stun comes in. Ult comes in as well. He's got a lot of a playground to play around with. They find that first stun. They find some damage, but Ignite means he will get the solo kill, the 1v2. And Caps tries in for Jensen. And here comes Mickey. G2 slaughtering Team Liquid.
Caps with the monumental outplay. 1 versus 2 is able to shut down Jensen and Xmithie single-handedly. That right there is the best mid laner in Europe.
Maybe the best mid laner in the world. Looking at these performances now, looking at more and a DoubleLift forcing him again to burn both summoners. The second they come back up, Team Liquid cannot buy an advantage. And again in the top lane, Caps is everywhere.
This is an absolute slaughter here. G2 dominating all points of the map.
Jensen, he goes for comfort with the Syndra. Team Liquid try to play through mid lane, but they cannot lock down Caps. The beautiful sidestep to dodge the stun. getting the double stun for himself, and then throwing out the ultimate to get multiple procs of the Q, enable him to get what was a beautiful outplay.
Yeah, Caps absolutely insane here, using the mobility of Irelia, and they pick up the second kill onto Jensen. That was Team Liquid trying to force before the Syndra ultimate cooldown was there, because they feel so pressured at all points on this map, and they were looking for some area of hope.
And now the gold gap is 3.5k in G2's favor. This is what this roster was built to do. This is what it was designed for, international success. PerkZ wanted more. And right now, they're only one game away from securing it.
Such a move from PerkZ as the captain of the team to be willing to switch roles to make the team stronger and climb to new heights. Now they are at those heights, and G2 looking to put Europe on top of the map.
The choice that all these players made. Caps is probably the hottest commodity in Europe, the best mid laner. He says, I will join G2. I will be the cornerstone of this super team that completes the squad. And from World Finals to MSI Finals to most likely now an MSI trophy, this team is doing exactly what it set out to do, what all the players promised each other.
TL now setting up for a play down towards the bot side of the map. G2 are wary of this because they saw the control ward. They tried to clear it out, but they didn't quite have the damage to secure it. So they're now playing on the back foot. Jankos, with this information, immediately moves up towards top side and starts setting up to secure this win.
Pressure continues now across that map as it's a 23 CS lead top side for Wunder with only about a gank and a half even to his name. That was enough to just completely push Impact now out of this one. He's got pressure. It's a quick buff steal and now an attempted four-person dive in Caps. Is his Spidey sense tingling? So far, he's just fine, and TL cannot find their opening.
Yeah, G2 calling for the missing there from the bottom side. The four-person mid does not work out. Impact on the top side, fighting for some health as well as some minion kills.
Another fight now in the mid lane. They get plenty of damage to that Jensen, who has to burn both of them to just get out of that one. I'm just afraid of what Jankos could have done to him. This is the lane going away, and a re-engage in the mid side. They find a stun, stopwatch popped as well. And will it be any kills for TL? Forced outside of the cage, Caps, he will not go down without a fight. Gets the number 6 kill of the game.
So close for Jensen and Xmithie, but it is just not enough. Caps is playing out of his mind in this game 3. He wants to secure this championship for G2. He wants to secure this MSI title for Europe.
And they still have so much time to mine turret plate money off of all these winning lanes now. They have all the pressure across the whole map. They have the run of the jungle, and they can use that to increase this to a monumental gold lead.
Will TL find the space to answer back? Impact is trying to. He's got to be really careful with this engage. We'll get some damage. Here comes Pop Blossom. A quick heal comes out, and they both stay alive as the flash of the burn. Ult's the same. Impact now with the help lead up top side.
Wunder is consistently applying pressure onto Impact as we now get a replay back onto this mid lane play. So this time around, Xmithie is able to block a lot of the damage going down onto Jensen. Caps' ultimate cannot be converted into much. They go for the engage and a beautiful flash knockup, followed up by a great return ulti from Xmithie, but we have more fighting.
We got to return to the top side right now as one auto attack will do him in as Jankos is on the board with his first. Caps yet again, wits and done, 3-0-2. G2 are unstoppable.
With both of the mid laners down, G2 can now take these turrets. They're actually taking everything. The red buff here.
Well, there's a cow in the way trying to stop Mop. It will be a red buff picked up for Xmithie as G2 walks away, but this top lane is in shambles. The turret is falling.
Plate after plate is being picked up. 6k is now the goal lead for G2. They are just snowballing out of control. It feels like that every member is playing at their peak right now, and they are not giving Team Liquid a single chance to come back.
33 minutes and 10 seconds. Anything under that sets a world record for international best of 5. They've already taken down Faker and SKT, setting a record on the way to the first European title since 2011. Is a great way to cement G2 in history.
Well, the Rift Herald's going to help them along with that. Phreak charge gets off on the secondary turret here, and this might go down.
Taking a lot of damage. The Herald will fall. Finally, a fight that one that TL can win. Jankos drops, but Caps is under the turret, and he gets away with it too. Finally stunned, a bit more damage in, but he's still not dead. He's still healing. They might have the damage, and finally TL does. He actually nearly dies. The man is mortal. He can bleed, but so can TL's base. It's already 4 turrets in 14 minutes.
So much gold just got picked up for G2 there, and while Team Liquid finally get the kill onto Caps, what did it cost them, guys?
Everything.
It's only a moral victory there as they are finally able to get him, but G2 run the map, they run Summoner's Rift, and they are running this series home.
So many fans say that when Caps plays, the gods flip a coin. Today, it feels like that it is a double-sided heads because this man has been on a tear throughout this series.
Claps on both sides right now, happy to step up and completely outperform his opposite member. Beautiful step out of Cap so far. Jankos, Wunder, the whole lineup is amazing. We can watch that tower dive yet again.
All right, so they try and go for Jensen again, missing both the knockup and the double stun. Causes the counter there from Team Liquid. Jensen gets the first kill, ulting onto Jankos, but Caps goes under the turret on Irelia, making use of the mobility. Then Xmithie lands the Sejuani stun off of the passive into the ultimate burst damage, and since CoreJJ is there on the Alistar, they are able to finally put him down.
If he had flashed a little bit earlier there to avoid that final order from Sejuani, he may have actually been able to turn that one around with the Wit's End heal that was coming out as well, but instead he takes the death and now he's looking for DoubleLift. The flash will end up being used, and G2 now forced to play on the defense.
Teleport coming in. They also have a roam from Mickey in the river.
Look at the play right now. Wunder puts in the pop blast, gets the shield, finds a single stun. In comes Mickey. Will it be a single kill? Yes, Impact is on the board. And can they get a little more? This is the comeback TL needs, but it is a single kill, and it's cut short from there.
And the split push from G2. They still have PerkZ on the bottom side at the inhibitor turret.
He'll take a fancy recall. He's not even afraid of anyone showing up on him. A stun for Caps. They will keep that turret alive. TL getting maybe the worst of this trade as part of the base is falling away. The reset does come in. Now a potential re-engage.
They really gonna try this?
3v5 teleport.
Yeah, there's no TP for Wonders. That would make it really difficult. And instead, they just spot them. They slow down some of the recalls. They look for a stun. Not gonna find that yet either. But they're all still in spitting distance. Ult is up for Xmithie. This could be a 5v3. It's a fight that Team Liquid might like to take. You have CoreJJ in a brush with a control ward, but a flag reveals him. When's the move forward? Not yet gonna happen. No stun for the Syndra. And the fact that G2 pushed TL back in a 3v5 is evidence enough of how dominant this European squad is.
Level 12 Irelia. The ultimates are up and available. Only Mykix is on cooldown, and the duo of PerkZ and Wunder were making their way up towards the top side. TL chose not to take that fight. They're forced to disengage, and now G2 grouping up to secure the final Tier 2 tower.
Let's knock that one down. Team Liquid are going to be able to watch this one fall. They do put some members around. It is a 3 versus 4. Now it's 4 with their teammates, and Jankos coming up. They will clear the wave. They will back up, but there's going to be an engage. Oh, that was just a clone. They find the slow. Over the wall they go, looking for Jensen. Plenty of damage there, but he's going to be fine walking away. Look for the stun. Henning predicts the flash. Actually, a good stun there, but no kills to be had. Instead, the base is being sieged. They are being taken down right now. G2 unwilling to be stopped. The turret still in their eyes. Feathers fly. And G2 will pull back. That's a big stun! That's a big engage! Oh my gosh, look at the fight! They look for kill number 4. This might be an ace inside of the base, inside of 18 minutes. The mid inhibitor will surely fall.
And G2 rip through the hearts of Team Liquid and North American fans as they secure themselves in the top of the world.
There is no chance TL comes back from this. They're already on to the Nexus turrets. This is what peak League of Legends looks like, and it comes from Europe. A world record. G2 eSports 3-0 will win MSI 2019. The first MSI trophy for Europe. G2 eSports. They wait for the rest of the squad. And they wait for everyone to lift it together. G2 eSports, the best team in the world. Your MSI 2019 champions. Europe is now top dog in League of Legends.
What a monumental achievement for G2 eSports. Such a huge victory. They fought hard. They had to fight.